Well, hello there. This is Susan Hamilton, and you're watching OBBM Live, special DFW local business interviews to help you see what's going on in the community. Because, hey, our local DFW business owners are being pretty doggone innovative, and you've heard us talk again and again and again about additional streams of revenue. Couldn't be more important because none of us are working the way we worked before. So I'd like you to meet a familiar face, Ruth Mayfield.
Hi.
And so what she's got a couple different things. She's going to be coming back-to-back meetings, so you're going to see her again to talk about the Mayfield Group. But right now we have a critical position. Right now, I want to introduce you to Scout and Cellar Wine. Scout and Cellar.
Yay, Scout and Cellar wine.
This in particular is I'm expecting it to be my favorite bottle. I'll tell you what, wine I quite enjoy, but there's something about, at my age, it started to bother me, and I had to be very, very careful about wines, and it's hit or miss whether or not I get these little lumps. It's the weirdest thing. But I think it's sulfur, and I have to be sulfites, and I think I have to be careful about it. But what I've noticed is when you told me this was a clean wine,
It's a clean crafted wine, yeah.
And I don't drink California wines. Now they have California wines there also.
I do.
But they've got so many great wines, and I want you to know that you can get these with the link associated with this interview. Ruth, tell us a little bit about these wines and why they need to order tonight.
I love wine. I've been drinking wine, for a while, and I was always looking for a wine that was healthy, something that fit into my diet. And I noticed that when I was doing keto or healthy living, that wine just wasn't fitting into any of our diets. And so I also read not too long ago that a lot of the wines that I was drinking were full of chemicals, and that was something that I was trying to avoid from my body, because healthy living, healthy life, and I want to live a long time for my family and for myself, and I want things to experience. And so I was on a mission to look for a clean wine that fit into that category, and Scout and Cellar definitely fit that, and that it is keto friendly, and it's vegan friendly, low carb, low sugar, and there's no pesticides, no sulfites in it. So that's the reason why I started actually trying it, and I actually was a customer for a while, and then I decided that I loved it so much that I was going to actually sell it, and so I became a seller for Scout and Cellar, and it's just been a wonderful experience since then with all the people that I've got to meet through everything with all of our wine tastings. But now that we're all about social distancing, I don't have that same luxury and getting to meet and experience and talk about the different wines, because I'm not in front of you and I can't, give you the wine and for you to taste it. So it's been very challenging in doing that, and it's been really tough on my pocketbook as well, because I'm not out there to actually, have you experience it. But the wonderful thing about Scout and Cellar is that it is 100% guaranteed. If you don't like it, hey, get something else. Find something that you like. There's so many different things out there. There's Merlot, there's Zinfandel, there's, anything and everything, a spritzer, anything that you would like. Again, no pesticides, keto friendly, vegan friendly. But anyway, back to you, Susan.
No, that's so funny. No, it really is. And
all day about the wine.
I'll tell you what, my very first thought when I first heard that you were selling Scout and Cellar, I thought, well, it's a clean wine, what? And then I learned it's Farmers Branch. Now, most of you know that I'm Farmers Branch Chamber. My office was over there for a very long time inside Camera Ready Studios. Hey, William. And I really have, I love that chamber, and those are close relationships. And I wonder if Scout and Cellar, because they are located in Farmers Branch, is even a member of the Farmers Branch Chamber. So we're going to reach out to them. But I went ahead and made an order because, you know what? I need to know if I like something. And if if I was going to drink this wine and my face was going to blow up, which can happen, ask Sherry. So you know what? If I was going to do that, I certainly wouldn't be excited about it, but it didn't. And I was able to enjoy just everything. So sometimes you can get a little stuffy when you drink wine. Yes. Not that experience.
All of the horrible things that come from drinking wine. I mean, it's got some good health benefits, but with all the chemicals, all the things that are loaded into it, along with everything else that's not, organic, it does it affects your body, and it affects the way that you feel, and you want to feel good, and you want to enjoy the things that, from your wine to your food. And I was definitely on a mission, because you work so hard, and then you ruin it by a glass of wine, and then you've blown your diet, and then you don't feel good, and
Well,
just
and
so many things.
speaking of diet, one of the important things about that too is our family's a hunting family, and so
Hmm.
we have exotic game in our freezer, and we eat off of that quite regularly. It's a good thing, digestively speaking, to have a
Exactly.
good wine. It aids in digestion, and there's some safety benefits to that, as well as
Hmm.
relaxation and some other things about just the health benefits
Hmm.
of drinking wine. But I
Hmm.
will say, the other aspect of this is how many there are now. I used to be a big Cabernet Sauvignon.
Hmm.
That was in California. I love the Paso Robles area. I just
I
think
know
it's,
we were talking about that when you were going
but
to put in an order,
but I
because
can't
you
use
were,
it. But I can't
yeah,
drink it. And what I love about this is, while there was a handful of California wines in there, and they're still claiming that these are 100% clean wines. What this one is? Let's see. This one is Argentina. There's Chile. There's Spain, and that's what we got to experience this
right.
last
I've
weekend.
got a Pinot Grigio right now from California here, and Chardonnays. I mean, there's really a wine and different kinds of wines that,
Washington, Oregon. I
yeah.
mean, you've got some really great solutions out there.
Hmm.
And now this was really awesome, because when I learned about this, the shelter in place was just starting. I mean, actually, I don't even think shelter in place was started yet. It was more of isolate and slow yourself down. And
Hmm.
so they deliver.
We do, absolutely. I deliver. I want to. This is, since I can't have wine tastings, I want to show up and put it on your doorstep, and I want to hear. I want you to challenge me and tell me I didn't like it, I do like it, I feel so much better. All of those things, because again, trying to find that the right wine, and the customers, that is important to me, because I'm just not doing it. Obviously the money, but it's also about making a difference, and people don't know what they don't know, and they don't know that the wines that they're currently drinking are just not good for them.
That's
And
right.
so I challenge anybody to try this wine. You can't lose. It's 100% guarantee. Try something else if you don't like it. But you just feel good drinking it, and it doesn't affect your diet. And people that have health, diabetes and stuff,
Sugar,
can still drink.
sugar. Right.
Exactly, can still drink the wine. And so I just highly recommend it, and that's why I want to tell everybody about it.
Yes, and I'm excited about it. So here's the thing, friends. We got her on right away today, because you need to know she's within her deadline, and we all want to support our local businesses. So right now, I want you to really think about, hey, is this a really great avenue for resale? Would you like to be part of Ruth's downline? Would you also like to be selling this wine and bringing in some residual income for yourself? I think that's very wise to be looking at
Exactly.
your life and business like that right now. They deliver. They're right here in Farmers Branch. Yay! And
Yay.
or you can go pick it up. So you don't have to
Absolutely.
wait. You can go up and you can go drive right over there and pick them up. So this is a great wine. I've enjoyed absolutely everything I've ordered from
Thank
them. We'll
you.
order again.
Thank you,
They have
Susan.
a wine called Middle Jane, and one of the things that I really enjoyed about that was the complexity. It said it was complex, and I was studying. I was doing some study, and I was really thinking about it. And as I take a sip of this wine, and I realize, oh, there was just if you love wine, if you love great wine,
We do.
I think that you would do
Or
yourself
white wine, or
good,
Pinot Grigio, or
whatever it is.
Chardonnay, or
Uh-huh.
all of it. Then give it a try. And I just think that you won't go back to what you're currently drinking, just because it really is good for you. And just
And it's
it
nice
speaks
to
for
know
itself.
when you get to entertaining again, because right now you're just
I
having
know.
spending time with your family. But when you get to entertaining again, additionally, and you're serving your guests and serving your family members, and they may have sugar issues or need to be careful about what they're consuming, and
Yeah,
trying to eliminate toxicity from their body, this is a safe way to do that, where you don't have to give
absolutely.
yourself a lot of garbage. So really think about that. I'm going to have
Thank
this
you.
link attached to this
Yes.
video, and I want you to really get an order in there. Take a look at
Yes.
this. Now, it is Scout and Cellar
Mm-hmm.
/. Wine with Ruth?
Wine with Ruth.
Wine with Ruth.
Absolutely.
Okay, so
Wine
we're
with
telling
Ruth.
Wine with Ruth. So you make sure you use that link so she can take advantage of the sale and the commissions on that.
Yes.
And then also really think about whether or not this is a smart thing for you to be selling. And you'll notice that there's a couple different conversations that we've had. If you want additional streams of revenue, now is the time to really think about it. If this can happen one time, it could certainly happen again. And we need to be wiser
Absolutely.
each time to set ourselves up for
Mm-hmm.
success, because when we are, the whole community can rise. And you want to have the
Absolutely.
solutions. You don't want to be out there just selling toxic junk
No.
or consuming toxic junk in your
Mm-hmm.
home. It's just, or even as I was talking with Brenda Wakefield earlier, toxic, all the electromagnetic frequency and radiation off
Right.
of your equipment. You can wisely mitigate that. You can make some
Absolutely.
really good choices. And those they're not huge investments. They are really
They're not.
they're not. They just make sense for today's life and today's world.
Mm-hmm.
Ruth, you rock. Thank you for
Thank
sharing
you.
this. I'm
Thank
looking forward
you.
to it. Can you see this
Thank
particular
you.
bottle? This is the one I can't wait to shoot to, but I'm waiting till the weekend. You won't
Yeah, me too.
yeah, I'm not drinking during the week.
Maybe not. I don't know.
I
But
know, it's very
miss,
tempting, isn't
I
it?
miss seeing
Yeah.
everybody. I miss seeing you. I miss seeing everybody. I miss that social, interaction that we have, and a nice glass of wine, and catching up with everybody. So, let's do this.
This will be, yes, let's get our immunity strong and get past this and get a healthy nation. And meanwhile, make sure you're making some money on the other side of that.
Yay! Money is also good.
Yes, yes,
Right
yes. All right, friends.
now. All right, you take care.
Talk soon. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.